Evil Squid Comics podcast. We are part of the Collector's Maze Network.
Don.
Scott.
And Drew.
We read Invincible, the end of everything or end of all things, or I don't know, volume.
God.
It's
last
all
two
over.
volumes.
It's
the
all
end.
effing over. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
It
Everything's
reads
done.
fast though, doesn't it? I mean,
No,
I don't even know where
holy
the.
shit in a good way.
I just don't even know where the real break was supposed to be at. Was it?
The break?
Because this is two.
Two trades.
Two trades in one.
It's 6 issues, Scott. Six
And,
issues.
but well, I guess it's true. But
I know.
just
It's
didn't
one big story.
I didn't count, as I was going through, and I just
Yeah.
because sometimes you could just tell, oh, this is the natural end of that arc.
Correct.
On this, I'm assuming it's maybe when he killed Thrang or whatever his
No,
name.
I think that happened.
Thrag.
I think that happened in the second trade, honestly.
Okay, I don't know.
It might be. I don't know. Could be.
All I know was it was a lot.
It was a lot, but it went quick, and there was a lot of blood and guts, especially in that first half. And God, it was so good.
139.
So it's time to take down Thragg. Time to take down Thragg. So he rallies the troops and Alan the alien and all those people, and they take him to Earth where all the Viltrumites are, and they convince them to fight too. Of course, then Robot pulls a fucking shitty move.
We just jumped away, didn't we?
Well, I guess first they fight the Viltrumites and wipe them out and destroy Thragg, right? So the Viltrumite war's over. The bad Viltrumites are dead.
But
good Viltrumites are
Thragg is like just throwing,
he's
literally
throwing, and he's throwing his own people. He's got like this weird, what would you say, caste system maybe going on?
He doesn't care.
But no, he doesn't care
he's
about
got like
any of them.
weaker ones.
But he's got like weaker ones,
fodder.
and then he's got like the stronger ones. So he's got some type of hierarchy of his military or his kids, that he's throwing there. But yeah, right. I mean, there's a big chunk of it.
Bring them all to Earth.
Doesn't care, and they bring him to Earth, and they're just having a crash down. But
I was just enjoying this.
One of the things though that's pretty big through that is the fact that his just maniacal. I'm going to sacrifice them all.
Yeah.
That is not sitting well with, one of
his troops,
the older troops.
Yeah.
And that does come into play a bit later.
It does.
Yeah.
They revolt, basically.
Okay. So the issue, the entire issue when they're fighting in the sun.
Okay.
Like, I was just like, halfway through, I'm like, oh my God. Like, how much more can he fucking talk?
Yeah, it's very
while they're fighting. I'm like, can we just be done with the battle one way or the other? I don't even care who fucking dies. Let's just be done with it.
Because Kirkman really decided to use that as a time to basically.
Oh my God! And it goes on and on.
Exposition heavy.
On and on.
He wanted to get all his thoughts out because he knew he was going to have a chance.
Well, that's probably true, but I don't know that there was too many.
Oh, there was.
It's just a.
I hate
it's just a lot of fight that happens over like an entire issue.
Well, Mark's kind of.
It's almost like the whole series.
Yeah, Mark's trying to basically give his whole philosophy of life and what's important.
Yeah,
there's kind of like a little bit of preaching going on there.
Right,
there is a bit of that.
And then you get Alan who comes and saves him. Well, Robot. Doesn't he send like an armor? And
Robot helps him, and then Alan saves him.
And I'm like,
and Thragg dies.
Boo hoo. Which before that,
Nolan gets fucked up.
Which they made a reference, which kind of reflected back to because we were talking last time about how his brother, is it Oliver, died, and we're like, well, can't they come back from anything? Well. They make it's his heart. I guess if you rip out their heart or whatever, they can't come back from that. Or
because their heart has to regenerate them.
Right, and that's part of what happened to Nolan.
His heart gets damaged.
And I think that's what happened to Oliver, which I think explains it.
Well, we know Viltrumites can die. I mean, they've died before.
Right.
Yeah.
But they've been through some serious.
Yeah. No. Exactly.
Serious damage.
I don't know why Eve couldn't just put them back together like she usually did.
And then I have another thing when we get later on.
Yeah, we'll go to that. Yeah, sure, we'll go to that.
We'll get there.
But yes, so Thragg is defeated. All the other Thragg Viltrumites come over. So they're now all the Viltrumites. Oh, okay. Well, I was busy. All right, well, I'll shut up.
Maybe just listen.
Wow.
Maybe don't have to say it twice.
Come on, let him talk about
Thragg dies.
Thragg
dies. And
I'm with you. So Thragg dies, and then Nolan dies, and then he's got to go Have it
And
out
Mark,
with Robot, right?
yes, and then they take out robots.
Pretty much. Yep.
Yeah.
He has to go take out Robot, but he leaves his brain so that his brain can help out freaking what is it, Immortal or whatever.
Yeah.
But doesn't that lead into one of the earlier issues where he does go flash forward into time and he finds out that Immortal's been ruling the Earth for 400
I think
years?
that was an alternate Earth.
Yeah, that was an
Wasn't it?
alternate Earth. Maybe not. No.
It
No.
wasn't necessarily an alternate Earth. That was just two dudes from the future. And they
Well-
said, "Come up and help us."
My
Now it
could be.
could be a little bit of an alternate one depending on what choices he makes, but at
Sure.
the end of this, that's what got me is he puts freaking Immortal in tow and then he
Sure.
leaves the freaking Earth. So I'm
Yeah.
like, huh.
well, I was gonna say something. Oh, I forgot what it was.
About the brain and Immortal?
Yeah, so like, isn't that where Robot started? Was like a brain in
No,
a
he was
test
like a
tube?
little baby. In
Well,
it,
he
too.
was some type of weird. He actually had a bit more of a body than just a brain.
He's a little
But-
baby dude.
But can't Robot figure out a way to like?
I think they blocked all the signals. But yeah, there's always a
But yes,
risk
there's
that he would
ways.
figure stuff
You
out.
never know.
Robot's
I
pretty
mean,
smart.
Yep.
But he is a brain in a jar. So, I mean, I guess if you don't want to get a hold of any signals, I don't know what you can do. But yeah.
All right. And then, well,
And then he meets his.
don't we figure out earlier though?
Yeah, no, that was at the end of
so-
the last.
So Mark
thing.
has a son.
He
He's a
finds
son with
out,
Anissa.
yeah. But I didn't realize that. What the hell was the mother's name?
Anissa.
Anissa. That I mean, I seen her get hit or whatever.
Right. I
but
had to
I
go
thought
back.
that she it was
Survived.
it was
I
at least getting
definitely-
there to the
and they
hospital or
don't-
whatever.
They don't
But yeah.
really show it
Yeah,
because I went back and reread it and I couldn't find it because it's like she's fighting and Adam Eve is
Yeah.
there and then Adam
and
Eve's like,
she's trying to bring her to go. Nope, you can't fight. Come on, we're gonna get you to the med bay. And then I find out she's dead.
yeah.
I'm like, oh my
I
god.
think she sacrificed herself for Eve was the implication.
Well, she did, but they didn't. They didn't.
It wasn't
They-
clear enough
you
for
never-
me.
show it. They
It
didn't-
definitely wasn't clear enough for me.
Yeah.
It was clear enough for me.
Okay.
Well, true enough.
Well, yeah.
I
Okay.
guess he called Kirkman and asked him
It probably
to
so.
clarify.
He read it on Reddit.
All right, so then
Read it on Reddit.
are we jumping ahead yet? Or are we
I don't
still
care. You
doing
guys go
this?
where you want.
Well, okay. So after we got that, and he found out about his kid and all that other stuff, he decides that he's gonna get the hell off of Earth, right?
You're gonna lead the
He
Viltrumites.
becomes the leader of the
The
Viltrumites.
leader of the Viltrumites, and yeah, they're gonna do their thing. So where do you want to go then from that?
Well, I don't know. I would like to talk about the end.
Okay.
Okay.
So as I start reading 144, which is
Is that the last
the
issue?
last issue,
Is 144?
yes,
Okay.
they start doing a recap
Which was horrible.
of the entire series,
I
and
hated
I'm
that.
like, seriously, this is what I'm gonna get in the last issue? It's
Shoot me
all
down.
gonna be fucking recap?
No.
I said, yeah, this is bullshit.
It was only 2 or 3 pages.
Right, which
It was
it
still
went
brutal.
away. It was still brutal, but I thought it was gonna be a whole damn issue. And
It
I'm
would
like,
have been better if you'd actually been reading single issues, but since we've been rereading it, I
my
didn't need the recap.
God, this is way too much. But yeah. Okay, what do you want to say about the end?
So I didn't like it.
Really?
I thought you loved this. This is the best story ever.
It is. I just don't like. So obviously Kirkman decided to end this, right?
Yeah.
And he obviously had ideas for how to keep it going. Rather than just end it, he decided, what if I cram all the ideas I had for what could possibly happen into like 20 pages?
Mm-hmm.
Which is okay, but I don't really feel that's good because they don't really develop any of the ideas. You just get like little snippets, and I feel like that's kind of dissatisfying as an end to a series.
Well, you watch as whatever his daughter's name is. I can't remember. Tara.
Yeah.
Like she becomes, right? Like she.
Yeah, we
She's
get like
becoming her own person.
She gets her
there.
own
Yeah.
person.
Correct.
She
Yeah.
does all her
You get little
stuff. and then-
snippets.
I
You kinda
felt
get a
like some of the
sense
you get
montage
the-
aspects with her was pretty good, but I do see some of the others, where
Well, like
he
there
would
was.
jump, and find out something that happened with his, illegitimate son or whatever. you
Yeah,
wanna
there was
call
something
it.
there, but they
You
didn't really
know,
explore
then they
it. They
even
just kinda
talked
hinted
about
at
what,
it.
like Levy or what was his name? The freaking
Angstrom Levy.
Angstrom Levy,
Yeah.
and like he had a kid or something.
So he's got all
you
these
know,
dangling
He's got these
things.
little things that are in there, but
And
I
it's like-
definitely saw some of that. If he would have just probably focused on a little bit of
Just Tara, maybe.
what him and his Tara had been doing, maybe it would have been. But you're right. They've got the whole fight where he gets into a fight with Alan, and the coalition of planets, dissolves, and the Viltrumites, are doing.
Yeah,
all
but
this
let's
stuff.
do it in 2 pages.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, you're right. That you could tell that was a bigger scope idea that he had. Did you really have to go there? I'm with you.
Yeah,
You
I would
know,
like pick something smaller to do and not try and throw every idea that I had that I might continue
I
the
think is
series.
what he's which part of it is what the fuck is up with Eve? Apparently she's immortal now
it
Well,
appears
because
so.
she dies of old age and then just
She just
rebirths
rebirths.
herself
Yeah,
and
because
comes
she
Rebirths
just
back to
herself.
she's young.
reconstitute matter.
Back to like
Then
20
why
years
would
old or
she?
something, you
Why
know?
would she age?
I don't think she understood that she could do that
Yeah.
until she died, and she did
Because
it
that's when it
like as
unlocks
an
her
instinct.
powers. Because she has these blockers in there that she can't use the full extent of her powers. But she can only seem to do it when she's about on death's door. So
Gotcha.
that's one of those things that they established early on. But so
Gotcha.
now she's about to die, and boom! All of a sudden
Okay.
it unlocks, and she can
That
bring
makes
herself
sense.
back to
I
whatever.
didn't realize
But
or remember
still,
any of the other stuff.
Kind of a cop out, I think.
but yeah,
yeah.
exactly right. You think after 400 freaking years or whatever the hell it is that they could figure out what the hell is blocking her freaking
But I
deal,
think
but
like I think to your point, I mean, I'm gonna play adversary. I mean, he get past that, and then it's like, Tara's there. They're like the family. Like everything worked out, right?
Yeah.
Like they
and
ruled,
they had no more kids.
and they had
What
no
the
more
hell,
kids.
dude?
That's the one. Okay, this bugged me a little bit. Like, okay, so these Viltrumites on Earth are like procreating like crazy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But yet Nolan and his wife are like going at it constantly, and they only had one son, Mark. And then
Yeah.
Mark and Eve are going at it constantly, and they have one daughter. It's like, why are these people not procreating more?
I know.
It doesn't
I'm
make any
with you.
sense to me. And
Yeah.
Thragg's out here cranking out babies like crazy,
Yeah.
and it's like, what? I don't understand. Like, are they using birth control? Do they not want to have more kids? I got
I'm not
nothing.
sure.
They don't really explain it.
Yeah.
So I almost feel like Kirkman's like, well, on one hand, he's like, I'm going to cram every idea I had since I'm going to end it into this thing and like get it all out there. He's like, and I also want to make sure I never have to do a sequel. So I've already explored all this stuff and I can't ever go back type of thing. But then you said you might think he's restarting Invincible?
I think so.
He's talking about different stuff there. I can't
So I don't know
figure
how
it
he
out.
would. The way this ended, he like pretty much.
Well, he could go
He
back
could
and
pop
expand
in
on.
at any.
That would
he
be
could
boring
pop-
though, because you already know how it's going to end.
Well, that
It
is
doesn't end
true.
though.
It totally ends.
Not really. They're staring out into space, and it's like, what's
Yeah,
up
but all the
next
problems
adventure?
are solved.
Yeah, but a new problem could pop up like no problem.
Well, it does.
whatsoever.
You know,
You know what I mean? You can
No, you're right.
create
You can create
anything.
anything. I'm just saying that he had a lot of cool little story ideas that he kind of, did in a page rather than spread out over like, 12, 15, 20 issues or whatever.
Right.
So, I don't know. So,
Well,
I'm
one of
with
the
you.
other things, is also, I'm sorry, that I wanted to bring up was there's that lady that's the battle beast species or whatever,
yeah.
yeah.
and she's just like, well, now I'm gonna have to go out. Fine.
Yeah, he's got a little
And
thread that he
so
could
he's
explore.
got a thread with.
And he's got the Angstrom Levy angle too, like
Yeah.
the kid there. So there's a few things, but yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff that would have been good stories. He kind of
Well, and he could focus on, his son, that's still there on Earth too. You don't know too much about him. They hit on it at one point,
Yeah, for
where they
sure.
have a argument, but he could focus more on the Earth,
Yeah.
and maybe some special stories from Mark. But you're right. Does the threat exist of him,
Yeah.
dying or something? Probably not. But there's probably other people. You don't know what exactly happens to his mom, right?
Yeah. She
There's
died.
there's probably does it have a little part in there? Maybe I don't know.
I thought she
So,
died, yeah.
yeah, okay, that could be. I don't know, but
Well, they
his
crammed a lot
mom.
at you. His mom
So
died, I think.
at some point in time, I would assume.
Whose mom?
Mark's mom. What
uh,
do you mean, whose mom?
I don't know who
The
you're
fucking
talking
main
about.
character of the book.
That's
Why don't
'cause
you
you're
stop looking
scrolling
at your
on your phone.
phone and pay attention to
Wow, look at that. We both call you out.
Anyway, all right. Are we done?
I think so.
That was
It
guess.
was
Like,
cool.
that's
I'm
very.
glad we went back through it all myself.
Yeah, no, it
I
was
am
very
too.
good. It was
And
very
I
fun.
mean, okay, so I just want to say one thing. Like,
One thing.
I did like the fact that it did end, though, kind of in a more happy place, especially when it comes to Kirkman.
True.
dude, if I ever meet Ottley, like at a convention, I'm just gonna be like,
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, these battles, like, holy shit, these, like, you guys know I love eyeballs popping out and brains cupping.
And there's
I mean,
tons of that happens.
there are so many like double page spreads that are just like this. Oh my god! Like, how do you even start to draw, these pages? And the one like Kirkman even calls it out, like the one where they did it before, where it's the double page spread of the main characters in the front, and then it's got like 24 small panels on the back. Like that thing's amazing. I don't know. There's just so much cool art. Like just I don't know. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Crazy.
One other quick thing. I
You
read.
just said one quick
I know.
thing, and now you're saying a second, so it'd be two quick things.
Two quick things. Last quick thing.
Better be.
At the very back, Kirkman writes his letter of thanks and everything and ties it all up. I thought it was very interesting that he was talking to Valentino. He was talking to Valentino.
It's like, I'm gonna do this in issue 25. He's like, you should move that up to issue 6.
Yeah, he's like, we're gonna reveal no one in issue 12. No, or 13.
It was way up.
No, I think he said 25.
I think it was in the 20s originally.
He's like, move that up.
Right,
and then he was like, move it up.
I might have him kill the Guardians of the Galaxy in issue 12. He's like, no, I'd move that even up.
He's like, I'm gonna have him move it up at 12. And Valentino's like, yeah, there won't be a 13. He's like, move it up more. He's like in number 6. So I thought that was really funny, which it makes sense, right? Like that probably did.
Yeah, I think that's the book.
Like,
yeah.
You know what's so funny about that is have you watched any of the animated series?
I watched the first season.
Okay, so but the end of the first episode,
he kills the Guardians.
Yeah,
he does. After the credits clip for a little bit, and then after that, it's an extended scene in which he does. Mm-hmm. So he almost goes and says, "I'm just letting the cat out of the bag right away here," and try to grab people. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of funny how he decides to tweak that up a little bit more.
Yeah.